The game is Medellin 1809 from the Shadow of the Eagle series. Did a search for the artillery issue. Artillery forced to retreat 2 and do a morale and pass a morale check. Is there anything else involved? I can't find anything, so I'm not gonna. I'm not going to. I guess I'm not going to insert anything entirely on my own at this point. I'll just leave that as is, although it looks odd. Certainly with respect to all these other Napoleonic battle games. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. So that's all of the Spanish. Another thing. In looking for, trying to find an answer to that. Reading the Spanish rules, or trying to decipher the Spanish rules, it still looks like there are important things tucked away in the Spanish rules that are not translated. So, what can I say? I think that there's a lot of value in putting in the work of translating some of the Spanish text on your own to try to figure it out. Reorganization. I think we're to the reorganization phase. I'll talk through this phase again because I want to give at least a sense of what we're talking about here, probability-wise. So I'm just going to go from one side of the battle down, attempting reorganization for both sides, all units. This is a shared phase, it looks like. It's kind of easy. It's -1 if the units are routed, like these units over here are routed. So it's going to be -1 if you're routed, -1 if you're in an enemy ZOC. There might be, actually there are no more cases of that, okay. But it's -1 if you're in an enemy ZOC. There are some adjustments for terrain, but we're in the open here. Actually, it is nice that you get +1 if in buildings, trees, town, or castle. That's a nice little. Makes me wonder about La Bataille series. I'm going to say I'm sure that La Bataille has that as well. And then -1 for each strength point loss. That's important. And then there's leaders, but I don't think I have any units that need to reorganize that are stacked with a leader. So start way over here. So what I'm doing is probably easy to just roll. There we go. 5. That was a bad roll. I mean a bad roll physically, but okay. So way over here we have an E morale cavalry there. So looking on the E column, and so he needs a 5 or better. 5 or better. He rolled a 5, which would have worked, except that he's routed, so it's a 4. So does not make it. So he's D strength, so he needs a 4 or better, or really a 5 or a 6 because he's routed. Oh, there he goes. So he got a 6. He goes up 1 level. Routed becomes disorganized. So I'll just flip it over. So he goes from routed to disorganized. That's good. All right, make sure I don't miss anybody here. All right, we have the routed unit back here. He also has demorale, so he needs a 5 or 6. Oh, rolled a 6 too. So from routed to disordered. We have these are losses. Those are losses. So we have this one. It's been here forever. Now this is a C. C morale, but -2 for the -2 for the strength loss there. Yeah, that's it. So, oh, he rolls a 6. So -2 is 4. 4 on the C column is actually good enough. There's the C column. So you need a modified 3 or better. So he is back to good order. Wow. So again, leader effects, terrain effects, strength loss effects, and routed status all affect reorganization. Okay, so it's turn 5. It's the orders phase. In addition to just doing the orders phase, I'm going to address something here that I've just been overlooking. I noticed it this last turn with the various combats. Combat. These guys, I put an out of command marker. I'm using there are no out of command markers in the counter mix for Medellin 1809. So I grabbed some out of command markers from La Bataille. So I put an out of command marker next to these 5 units that are up here on the front, and they were here from the beginning. I noticed that they're all 3rd Corps infantry units, and Laval is the French 3rd Corps commander, and he starts way, that's Laval. He starts way back in the north of the river Guadiana, north of the village of Medellin, so even behind Victor. And so, he's also stacked with a second division. I said corps, didn't I? Now I'll double check that, but he's stacked with another unit there. So I'm going to resolve this. What do I do? Is there something special about their command status, or are they out of command? We'll get that done. The Spanish are not going to change their orders. They're going to keep pushing. I'm just going to keep pushing as strong as I can and see how easily they whittle away or not. The French, actually, let's see. So like Villatte here has, I successfully changed him to a maneuver order, and Ruffin is coming up behind him. I also succeeded in changing his order before to a maneuver order, so they're maneuvering under maneuver orders. Eventually I have to switch to something. And if I switch to defense, as far as I can tell, they're frozen because they can't move. So for example, if I attempt to change Villatte's order now, I mean, I think that his line is frozen there. And is that what I want or not? It's not clear. So that, if I'm interpreting that right, that introduces some detail, some control detail that's kind of nice, actually. Artillery do not need command, so I can keep sending the artillery up the road there to get near the front. And so Villatte has the maneuver order. They can't move within 5 hexes of the enemy anyways. So, so in mechanics wise, I wonder if I change to a skirmish order to get them. No, that would be too much. See, I'm not sure. I'll review the orders to figure out which ones. I want an order that allows me to maneuver these guys up to the edge of the rise there, the slope. And obviously I want to continue getting Ruffin up to the front. Okay, so it is in the exclusive rules, so I'll go in order here. If, again, Laval, way back here in the rear, if Laval has no orders, is under no orders, which is the case right now, that's how he started, then these third, I was going to look at that, wasn't I? Third corps, yeah, these third corps units were, yeah, these third corps units are maybe commanded by Lasalle. Lasalle's right here. Lasalle has a command radius of 6. That's also given in the exclusive rules. So Baden 2 is in command. No issue there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baden 1 is in command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Well, he's in 2 hexes, so I'm assuming I can trace command through these hexes that are in enemy Zocs because they have a friendly unit in them. But he is apparently out of command. I say apparently because I'm not sure. I mean, and then that guy way over there, but trying to remember if I attacked with them or not. I can't remember if I did or I didn't, but so they are out of command, which again means yeah, they cannot enter or leave enemy Zocs. That is, the leaving part is really significant. Yeah, it is. But can they move? That's interesting. I guess they can move. Oh, but can they... Oh, but if they follow Lasalle's orders and Lasalle has a defend order with no movement, then how do they get into command? Well, there's something there. I'll be looking at those questions over here. I had Victor back here in Medellin try to change Velat's orders. So I counted, it's like 11 hexes divided by the divider of 3 given in the exclusive rules. Needed to get a 4 or greater to change. They rolled a 3, unsuccessful. Oh, here's an ambiguity. It says, for example, that Cuesta, the Spanish commander back here, and Victor back here at Medellin, it says that Cuesta can attempt to change 1 order. Victor can attempt to change 2 orders. So strictly speaking, how's it worded? Yeah, may attempt to change orders. 1 on the Spanish side, 2 on the French side per turn. So does that mean that that's the number of commander's orders? I mean, in other words, can Victor use his second? Well, I guess I'm going to do it literally and say he has 2 opportunities to change in order. Doesn't say anything about that they have to be used on 2 different commanders. So I guess that's a strict reading. So now he gets it. So Velat, I'm going to change his orders too. And then I looked at the rules again. There really are not a lot of options. So Velat's command radius should be 4. 4 is a French commander. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to change it to defend orders, which means that they're frozen on that line. So not quite what I wanted, but not quite the position I wanted. That's that. So 2 French order attempts done on the same commander. successful on the second try. Change that to defend order. 2 out of command units. What does that mean? I should say, what does that mean for movement? And then we'll go on to the French phase.